Okay, so um, I've watched a lot of the after speak rebuttals, whatever, on the Carmelo Anthony case. Carmelo with a K. Um, First off, it's just sad all the way around, right? One young man is in jail for at least 17 and a half years, and one is dead. And it's just heartbreaking all the way around. Um, And I feel like this is a situation that could have been avoided on multiple times. It could have been avoided. So, number one, Carmelo Anthony was suspended from school, right? Ironically enough, or not ironically, for bringing a knife to school. So, he shouldn't even have been at that track meet unless there's some different rule that says you can compete in sports while you're suspended from school. And I haven't heard anybody really speak about that. Like, had he just followed the rules, you're suspended, you can't come to school, none of this happens. Literally none of it happens. And once he was there, how somebody didn't run him off. And again, I don't know. I don't think they got into where they were at in the track meet. Did he actually compete or was he just there? Don't know. I don't think we know what the reasons were he brought the knife to school that got him suspended. But he was suspended, so he shouldn't even have been at the track meet. I understand, you know, it's raining, you go under a tent. But if you're asked to leave multiple times, and this is where the self-defense part of it just fell apart. He was asked to leave multiple times by more than just the Austin kid. And it's almost, and I've known people like this, and this is why I say this, it's almost like he was looking for a fight. Also, why did God, there's just so much to this. If you got suspended for bringing a knife to school, why then did you turn around and bring a knife to a track meet that you weren't even supposed to be at to begin with? Like this, none of this has to do with race. I'm sick to fucking death of this race bullshit. None of this has to do with race. He made choices that led to where he's at right now. Period, full stop. Touch me and see what happens. I mean, now could the kids the Austin kid, could he have gone and gotten the cops, authorities, security? I don't know who was there. That was certainly would seem like an option. School administrator of some sort, somebody's in charge of the damn thing. And gotten him removed, that was certainly an option. But again, it's just sad all the way around. And the thought that you could just show up to a track meet from which you were suspended with a knife is just, I'm having a hard time getting past that. And if you told me the story, left the names out, left the race out, I don't give a shit about any of that. Because it's not hard to determine right from wrong with just the facts as we know them. I wasn't there, so we'll never know the full story, I don't think. But if you tell me kid Y showed up to a track meet and he was suspended from school, I'll stop you right there. He shouldn't have been there. He should not have been there. And then you go on to tell me kid Y brought a knife to a track meet And then you tell me the reason he got suspended from school was because he had a knife. Okay, well, now we're in a pattern, right? He felt threatened, he felt unsafe, but for self-defense to occur, from what I have understood from the lawyers, it has to be an equal, if somebody shoves you, you put your hands up and you throw hands. And this is the crazy part. Like, and I don't mean to come off like the old man here, but when I was in school, there was never a fear of somebody getting shot or stabbed or beat with a stick or none of that. It was the last thing. And everybody, almost everybody, at least if you had a pickup truck, had a shotgun hanging in the gun rack of the rear window of the cab. Almost everybody. Nobody ever thought to go load it up and shoot up a fucking school. Like, that's insane. So I think this is a microcosm of a much, much larger problem, right? School shootings are one thing. Clearly, this kid felt threatened, but he thought the best way to deal with it, rather than just throwing hands, and sometimes you get your ass kicked, but it's over after that. He thought bringing a weapon to school was the answer. And on that point, I blame his parents. Because you're responsible for your kid and their actions until they are 18, 17 in Texas. And, it's just sad, man. It's just sad. And for all the people trying to make this into a race thing, like, come on. You honestly don't believe that if you made the entire jury black, they wouldn't have found that kid guilty? I find that hard to believe. I don't believe people are that stupid or that bigoted. I just don't believe that. Now, maybe I'm being naive. I just don't believe that. It's sad all the way around, and we lose as a society every time this happens. Y'all be cool.